Welcome to another edition of Northern Heat. My name is Bob Lennon, President of Thermal Canada and host for the show. Today we're going to take a little journey together to give you a better idea of what the Northern Heat is all about. You can't see the forest for the trees. It's a phrase that reminds us to look a little deeper at the big picture to see the small, special details we might otherwise miss. The forest as a whole is a remarkable place, but it's the smaller pieces, each leaf, branch, and tree that together make it special. Here in our region, stories of perspective and perseverance, of creativity and kindness, of courage and selflessness go untold every day. The Northern Heat Report exists to amplify those stories and voices by connecting our region with the faces behind the story. Those leaves, branches, and trees that together make up our Shillora region and New Brunswick as a whole.
Born and raised in Bathurst, New Brunswick. My mom worked at the paper mill, my dad worked at the mine, instilled a strong work ethic in me and making sure I learned French and music, actually.
Grew up in Fredericton as a rugby player, went away to university, moved to Toronto and worked there, moved to Australia and India and back to Ottawa, and then came to my senses and moved back home.
We moved to Vancouver, BC, taught theater arts in China and started a program there at an international school. And all of those experiences have brought back here to share with students in our hometown.
I was away for 39 years, worked all over Canada. I started a consulting business and thought, why would I do this out of Vancouver when I could do it out of Bathurst? It's time to come home.
Started off with a law degree, you got into politics, you end up being the Premier of New Brunswick, the Canadian ambassador in the US.
Everything that I have in my life, I owe to New Brunswick.
New Brunswick is the biggest peat moss producer in Canada, the second biggest producer of peat moss in the world. So we are at the right place.
We have craftspeople who are really humble and they make great neighbors, like the kind of people you want to hang out with and have a cup of coffee with, because we're easygoing and down to earth and resilient.
Tumor that popped out in my back that I didn't know that was there. And I guess it became more important now to focus on the how. How do I get up? How do I not be a burden to my wife? How can I play with my grandkids? This was my new mission on the how.
I help moms offer high quality education to the children in under 10 hours per week. It's all project-based learning. Stuff that's like really working on raising a conscious, confident, independent child, like the whole child, not just for academics.
It's something they call astrophotography. Typically I'll align to 3 different stars and then point towards a different nebula or galaxy. And been able to take some incredible photos.
The orchestra has prepared the Titan project. As far as we know, it's never been performed in New Brunswick before by either professional or amateur or youth orchestra.
C'est ça, ça fait quand on a passé, tantôt quand on est arrivé, là, il va y avoir des panneaux qui vont être l'information sur les pêches. Les 2 associations de pêcheurs de Petit Rocher Pointe Verte sont un partenaire aussi dans notre projet. Puis on voulait reconnaître leur partenariat en ayant de l'information sur les pêches.
We cover anywhere from 140 to 150K over 2 days of mountain biking and trekking, canoeing, and a little bit of orienteering as well. So there's always a fair share adventure. People come from as far as BC, really all over Atlantic Canada, Newfoundland.
Bass tag fishing, we just love fishing in general. It's an activity that can be easily done, like family style.
It's probably about 10 years that I started to do the trail outside. I usually had a little bit of decorations in the house. I like to make things, so I like to incorporate something that I make myself into everything else. And everybody liked it, so I expanded a little bit around the yard and then a little bit into the woods, and
kind of got lost. You went around the deck and into the backyard and out in the woods.
You know, I learned if I wanted to be a writer, I had to be a listener.
There's a lot of similarities with the city and with the Titans. They went through some hardship, but we're turning things around. And for the Titan, they're kind of a symbol for us.
It's here. It's in our region. It's being made by people from our region. It's being enjoyed by people in our region and outside.
The life that you're pumping into Main Street.
He's played with Peter Gabriel and Gowan, and the list goes on.
You know, you're a rock and roll legend in Quebec and in the French community.
I just visited this whole thermal wood shop, and it's incredible what you guys are doing. It's especially for guitars.
My dad started it 52 years ago, so he was like 16. I studied in business, so for me it's like it was just a common sense to come back in the region.
Jouer des covers, des tunes traditionnelles que les gens connaissent.
Puis des tunes que nous autres, on a grandi à écouter. Puis c'est un peu des tunes comme ça qui a comme inspiré le projet Beaumont.
Superior Middle School offers a 2 to 3 program where students get to choose what they want to do, whether that be walking club, chess club, there's all kinds of activities.
What was announced was $3.5 million to build essentially a new campus on the site of our college street.
Et finalement, oui, des produits d'érable, mais il faut aller au-delà de ça. Donc on disait, ben, c'est sûr, l'érable, c'est un produit d'ici, donc l'idée, ça serait d'avoir des produits aussi du terroir, des produits qui sont de notre région, du Nouveau-Brunswick. Donc, c'est un peu ça qui était, disons, la graine là, que j'ai germée là, dans la tête de nous, les actionnaires, les propriétaires de cette érablière-là.
We won Business of the Year. We're under 10 employees.
We're welcoming a young ensemble of Systema New Brunswick children.
We recognized as the event of the year with a budget under $100,000.
We have 3 families in New Brunswick, but we have people all over. We have 2 families in BC, and we have 5 families in the US.
It's an activity with a supper. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
I've pledged to my family that everything that we do is going to be dedicated to New Brunswick.
We're going to make people laugh, cry. It's one of the best places in New Brunswick.
You can share your story and get people to say, I think he's talking about me. You know, all of what he described for depression, for instance, I've been feeling. That's a huge thing.
The Northern Heat Report, the place you come to listen to the stories that haven't been discovered yet. So be part of the journey. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and share your own story with us.
I learned how to put firewood in bags. I have to wear my mask in the hallways.
Can we hire you this winter to come in and
Yeah.
on your days off at school?
Yeah.
You come back in? Yeah. All right. Perfect.